Okay, welcome back to class. Today we're going to be talking about how to insert our into your NodeJs using your MySQL. How to insert using your NodeJs. So we still have the previous function that we've been using. Const MySQL. You require MySQL. Then you move to the next one. Const con MySQL.create connection through your local host and your root. Then your password is inserted and the database that was created is inserted. Then you con.connection, that's your local function, your con.connection. Then you put your function, your callback function error. If there is error, you throw error local, or if there's no error, console.log. Then you put in connected. So once it's connected, then it is covered. So the next thing is for us to call our SQL function out. We call our SQL function and it's going to be insert in capital letter because it's an instruction. Insert into, what did we created? Customers. We created customers. And what is actually the function of the customers that we have? We have name. Remember, we created name and address. Let's look at it from the previous one when we created the table. Look at it. We created name. Look at it here. We created name and we created address. So we created both name and address, and we have it as this: creating name and address. Then we close the bracket for the address, and what will be the values? What will be the terms that will be inserted into it? They are known as values. Then let's say, okay, for the first one, let's say we have John Kennedy. Let's say John Kennedy. We have John Kennedy. Then I still put my quote. Then what's the address? What's the address? Let's say we'll see at where? At Abuja. We'll see at Abuja. Then I close. Then the quote. Then I do this. Then I go to the next line and say, okay, con.query. 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 What am I working on? I have my SQL. Then the callback function. I have the function. After the function, I have error. If it doesn't display error, then result pops up. Once the result pops up, result, okay, then if the result pops up, if error now, if there is error, what should you do? You should throw error. If there is error, you throw error. Then if there is no error, console.log, what would it throw now? You should throw one row created. So there is no error there. It should create a row. Save. So let's go to terminal. Is then what should it do? Okay, let me close all of this. Terminal. I need to create a fresh terminal, a new terminal. NodeJs insert. NodeJs insert.js. Enter. Okay, John Kennedy will say Abuja. You have an error here, okay. We'll see, okay, Abuja should have its own close. Okay, let's clear this one first. NodeJs insert. Let me see NodeJs insert. Can you see? Created. Okay, connected, one row created. One row created, so it has been created. So if I go to my SQL now, it will display everything I have created. It will display everything I have created. So how about if I want to create multiple values at once? I want to create multiple values at once. How about if I want to do that? Okay, creating multiple values at once. Let me make a call from here. I want to create, remember I said I want to create multiple values at once. Let's make a call from here. Values. Let me pull this one down. And let me comment on it so you see what we are saying. Now we're creating values now. Remember we have SQL insert into the customer's name and address, values. Then after values, you put a question mark. You put a question mark. So when you put a question mark, then the close come to play, and you do this. So now you display the values you're talking about. Okay, the values, let's say values now. So what are the values you're talking about? The values you want to create now is what we are checking. We are creating values. Let's say values now. We have a box bracket. We have, let's say, in quotes, Raymond. Let's pick capital R. Raymond. Then at where? Boston. Okay, Raymond at Boston. Now I need to put it inside of another bracket. Okay, so I can have it as a whole function. I have another one in quotes. Let's say Jane from where? Lebanon. Jane from Lebanon. Then I go and I fix this to, let's say I have Fred from where? Let's say United Kingdom. Then I close the last bracket. That means all the values are contained inside of a bracket. So once I have this now, then I have con.query. I'll take the query up and say, okay, I have SQL. What am I having? The values. That is what I have. Then I'll put a callback function. I have error or displays result. Then I have a curly bracket. If error, throw error. If error, it should throw error, else console.log. Then I have in quotes 3 rows inserted, 3 rows inserted. Then I close brackets. Then I have another bracket that I'm going to close. Yes, I have closed all brackets. So now let me clear this one first. Okay, so I can rerun this in NodeJs insert.js. Click enter. Okay, it has started again now. Let's see. Okay, there shouldn't. Let's leave it as United Kingdom. On the file reading United Kingdom. Okay, so let's run NodeJs insert.js. What is it? Okay, let's just put USA to avoid plenty talks. Cannot read properties of undefined reading, but it's not displaying any error. Okay, bracket closed up and down. It's not displaying any error. Okay, so let's run. Let's delete this. Terminal new NodeJs insert.js. Wahala. Let me see, we would correct it. Okay. Okay, I think these values are not properly. Let's say we have values. We have this as our values. Let's close all this. NodeJs insert.js. Values in bracket. Okay, I think they're all correct. True error. If error. Okay, let me see. Reading USA undefined. Okay, okay, so we are looking at it from, okay, I needed to add the comma for the separation here. I added comma for separation here. Then I change this to results. and even if I don't display result, it will display 3 rows was affected. 3 rows was affected. And I think that is all I just did. Then you come down to this part and say, okay, NodeJs insert.js. And you click on enter, you see. Can you see it? It's connected. Affected rows 3, insert ID 5, server status 2, warning count 0. So it has 3 records. Duplicates, there is no duplicate. Warnings, no warnings, and everything is covered. Everything is set as far as that part is concerned. So it's concerned, it's displayed. So also we can have other properties found in result objects. So we have the field count, we have the affected rows, insert ID, we have server status, we have warning count, we have message, we have change row. So to see the result on the terminal, we just type in result here. Just type in result. For us to see the result on the terminal. Yeah, what do we do? Node. Okay. Let me close this panel and switch on another one. Node insert.js. Can you see it? So the result is down, is displayed just as seen. It's connected and is displayed. So that is what we have as far as that part is concerned. So in the next class we talk about MySQL select, how to select from MySQL. So see you in the next class.